Hey guys, it's Drew Drop here, and today I have another video for you guys, finally after a while, a long break, for the road to Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and that has to be the first game on this new generation of consoles, and that has to be Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit for the Xbox 360.
奇跡の炎よ燃え上がれよ君の心に未来のため
So, this game came out in 2008 and was launched right around when the Xbox 360, came out. And, it was the first game for the new generation. Now, what sets this game apart from the other games is that this was not made by the same people that made the Budokai games, but it's also not made by the same people that made the Tenkaichi games. So, what do? These people that went ahead and got these new groups of people on here, and they made this game. So, Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit is basically Budokai 4. There's also Infinite World, but I'm not counting Infinite World because first off, I don't own it, and second off, it's not really counted as an actual Dragon Ball game. But it is that is a good game, but I'm not gonna count it. But that's a whole other video. But basically, Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit is the first game after the Budokai actual series. It's Budokai 4, but for the 360, and instead of calling it Budokai 4, they decided to call it Burst Limit. So, it's basically plays just like Budokai 1, except it's got better graphics, it's got better, faster-paced gameplay. It's got a good story mode, kind of like Budokai 1 story mode. Not as good as Budokai 1 story mode, but it's pretty good. It's fantastic. Actually, the effects on this game looks really, really cool for the time. It looks really, really good. It's really beautiful. It's a really beautiful-looking game. Really pretty. It's really fun to play as well. The combat in this game really is basically like Budokai 3. The only thing that is different from this and Budokai 3 is, first off, the Dragon Rush has been completely removed from this game, and also the whole burst thing, like the red aura part of using your ultimates, has not been carried over either. And there's a lot of new things with this one. First off, you have drama pieces. These drama pieces will activate when a teammate is on your team. Kind of like fighters, but except without the people actually coming on there and helping you or switching out teammates. The teammates will come and help you in like an anime-like sequence. For example, if you have Bardock and you have Broly on your team, Broly will come in and, attack the enemy or give you a Senzu Bean or something like that. Now, the only my issue with the drama pieces is that it kind of takes you out of the gameplay and kind of makes it too cinematic. But if you want those cinematic experiences, that is really, really cool. But that's the main thing I really, really like about it. And also, when it comes to the combat and the actual way the game works, the key is really, really changed. You don't charge it up, really. I mean, you can, but normally you just build up the key bar, which is on the bottom left part of your screen, with a little ball next to it. And basically, if it fills up and stuff, you can either go into Ultimate Strike mode, which basically you can launch the opponent into the air and do another combo, which will trigger a stage transition. Or you can go ahead and do your ultimate. When you do your ultimate, you press up and RB. And then if you want to do a transformation, it's down and RB. Really, really different from the Budokai games. Budokai games, you press the L and R triggers on the DualShock. That's not how you do it in this one. It's a lot more straightforward, though. I do like it. It's really, really cool. And also, You have the same X and Y combo strings that you can do with there. And it's also what's called right and B to do the super attacks, and left and B to do the same. It's just like Infinite World. If you guys played Infinite World, you guys will have an easier time going into this one. But being compared to the Budokai series, it's just not going to be a enterable game for them because there is a lot of new mechanics involved in this version. And stuff like that. So that's pretty much the basis of the combat. You can also equip special items on your character, stuff like that, but it's really, really cool. So that's the combat. After the combat, you have the actual modes of the game. So you got the story mode, you have the survival mode, you have in training mode, and you have options. Now, here's the deal when it comes to the actual modes in the game. The modes, there's hardly any. Like I said, I just named off every single mode in the game, which is not good because, first off, there's no World Tournament mode, which makes no sense. I think every game should have a World Tournament mode or whatever. And, like, it's kind of weird that there's no World Tournament mode on this game. And also, like, the story mode is short. It really is a really, really short story mode. And when you get done with it, the thing is that, like, you're done. There's nothing else to do in it. And I think it goes into the biggest issue of the game is that it's not finished. The game is not finished. The graphics are actually, what I've been told, had not been finished. And there was a whole story arc that was not in the game. The Buu arc, the Buu saga or whatever, was not in the game, even though it was supposed to be in the game. Super Saiyan 2 Goku was in a cutscene, and Mecha Frieza, and you can't play as either one of them. So you can definitely tell that this game was just not finished. That's the biggest issue with it. But see what the problem is that the actual fighting in the game, the actual core game itself, is actually really, really good. It's actually a fun game. Like, I actually have fun playing this game a lot of times, especially going there, triggering the stage transitions, you know, Vegeta flying through the air and, you know, kicking them around onto the ground and everything and stuff like that. It's just awesome, like, watching the fights in this game. And the fights are really, really awesome in this game. The story mode's actually really, really cool. And the cutscenes have the most awesome stuff I've ever seen in a Dragon Ball game. They're awesome. The effects look awesome. It just looks, the graphics are amazing, by the way. And, like, the soundtrack is also really, really good. It's really painful for me to see that such a core gameplay game, the core gameplay is amazing, but was just never finished. And it's just the harsh reality that we have to deal with here. That's my biggest issue, is that it was not a finished product. I think if Bandai and Demps put more effort into the actual game, I think that it would have been a great series. I think we could have seen a Burst Limit 2, a Burst Limit 3, you know, tons of different games for of this series on the 360, but sadly it was rushed out the door for Christmas, and we got a slap put together game that, you know, they really didn't care about, which sucks because the core gameplay was finished, but the actual story mode wasn't, which sucks. But what can you do? That's just what we're gonna have to deal with when it comes to Bandai and their really weird things, really weird business practices and really weird stuff that they do, which drives me insane. I don't know why they do the things that they do with this game and everything. So I don't know why they do it, you know. I really don't know, but yeah, there's the disc art. I actually forgot to show you these things, but yeah, so great game. I highly suggest you pick it up. It's a really good game. It's going really cheap now for about $8 or so for the game. I really suggest you guys, you know, buy it, pick it up. It's worth it. It's worth the purchase of the game. So, yeah. So, that'll be it for this video, guys. That was my Burst Limit review. So, yeah, next in the lineup will be the Dragon Ball Raging Blast series. Now, before you guys ask, you're probably wondering why are you combining both Raging Blast games into one video. Here's the reason why. Because first off, the games are pretty much fundamentally the same game. And also, there's not much of a difference between them. Now, there is a few differences, though, I will get into in the video. But I need to put those two in one video. I just think they deserve both of them to be as like a series video. I don't think it'll be fundamentally great to have two separate reviews because there wouldn't be that much more information in the Raging Blast 2 review because they're really, really similar. So, yeah. So that's my review for Burst Limit. So next will be those Dragon Ball Raging Blast games. Don't worry, I will get on those because those are a lot of fan favorites because they are a successor to the Tenkaichi series. So, can't wait to get to it. See you guys next time, and Drew Drop out.